I can see some of you starting to drift off. So let's change the heading for a bit. Let me tell you what happens when this pack of fools hops into an airship or two with nothing more in mind than getting Sunderland's old flare gun back. Now, it was never made truly clear how, but Sunderland's precious flare gun was sold off and made its way to an auction to be bought by someone that was known as Birdman. Bad sort. Raider with a black reputation for killing, pillaging, and torture. Now, I'm sure you can imagine Sunderland's reaction at losing his precious flare gun. Well, whatever you're imagining, multiplied by 10. Turns out that damn fool's weapon held a map inside it, said to lead to some pre-world tech. Now, this Birdman, he flew a fleet of 3 galleons. His own ship, the Soaring Wings, a custom beast of a thing that was easy to track. Of course, Sunderland had the mind to set off and reclaim his flare, tracking Birdman and the Soaring Wings down. And the fools at the bar, being the fools they are, decided to tag along. Now, let's see. See if I can remember this. One ship was named the NAFS Mercury. Had old Sky Raider as captain. It was crewed by a friend of his, a man called Sergeant Spoon, along with our new blood Siren and Sunderland. The other ship to make the journey, a spire named We Didn't Survive, was piloted by Admiral Zill himself, crewed by Old Yiski and 2 of Zill's friends, a man named Paradox, and a mad bitch of an engineer called Junko. Borderline offered to stay behind. He had a lot of contacts in town and offered to use those to find out what he could, while the others were flying using a 2-way radio to keep those in the sky informed. Well, after as much messing around as you would expect from this team, they finally set off chasing Birdman and his allies. Their first stop was a town called Sarin. Sleepy little place with not a lot to do. The team quickly found the Birdman had left for a larger city called Cathedral. A place none of them will ever stop at again after some funny business between Sky Raider and the governor's daughter. After that, the team headed for the coastal town of Corunna, on a place called the Storm Coast. Borderline chimes in along the way. He finds out that this pre-world tech was schematics for a super heavy cannon like the one found in the frozen Fernfeld. Except this one could be mounted on a Titan-class ship. The bastard Birdman, he intended to use it to start a war with the Empire. A full-blown rebellion. The team obviously double-timed it after that and got to Corunna, only to be greeted by the broadside of 3 galleons. A gold ship and a spire the boys brought. Nothing that could charge into a gun line like that. Seriously outgunned, they couldn't get any closer, and was stalled, till a storm brewed up, the Storm Coast being what it is. Most captains would have fled, would have turned tail and left it to someone bigger and better. Not that team. No. They used the storm as cover, slinking up close amongst the rain and lightning, the sand The thunder, the wind, slunk up close and downed Birdman's allies. Birdman, being the bad guy he is, and as in all tales, offered them a choice. "Join me against the Empire," he said. "Rule this land." He wasn't expecting the fit of laughter he received back. Those boys and gals from the bar may be fools, but they weren't dumb enough to fight the Empire. In the end, Birdman put up a good fight. Put quite a bit of damage on our heroes, but being outnumbered by some of the best, he quickly fell, and fell hard. The others landed to search the ship. Birdman comes out to greet him, broken and bloodied, wielding of all things, Sunderland's flare gun. "I could have been a king," he screams. He fires, or tries to. The gun doesn't go off, and he gives Sunderland a look that can only be described as, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Funnily enough, the gun works just fine. Idiot never took the safety off. What else is there to tell? After that, our heroes find the map and do some explosive excavation of where the tech was. The schematic Birdman wanted, funnily enough, was wasted away with time. Only a few random schematics for better guns and variant engines remained. Trust this bunch to go get a flare gun back and end up stopping war with the Empire and the deaths of thousands. Well, after that, our heroes went back to the bar, repetitive bunch, and this little story drew to an end. The hour's getting late. If you boys want to hear the rest, drop by tomorrow. I might just remember a little more for